Hello, everybody. Hope all is well. Happy Saturday to everybody. And got some sunshine behind me. Didn't really have good sunrise looks this morning. I was a little bummed out, but sun's popping through the clouds now. Hot and humid one today. So I actually put this post out. I think it was on I don't know. I think it was last week maybe. So confusing to explain. But when you have temperatures that are close to 100 degrees, you think, wow, it's so hot. It's so humid. But this week, it happened twice in Huntsville. We actually hit 100. But the feel-like temperature was like 100 degrees both days, too. So what was really weird about it was we didn't have a lot of humidity, so the temperature pretty much was the air temperature was how it felt outside. Today is completely different. For the first time, I do believe this month, we have a heat advisory for parts of the Tennessee Valley. And the reason why, when you look at your little app or you see the temperatures on the 10-day, you're going to see like a 92 or 93 or 94 for today. And I'm not sure exactly what we have. My point is that doesn't really jump out as like a really hot day. It's not 100, right? But the humidity is so high for today that what happens, it takes those real field temperatures all the way up to about 105 to 108. That's why there's a heat advisory for parts of the area today. So kind of crazy to think that it will feel hotter on a day where the high temperature is like 93 and not 100, right? A little bizarre. Hey, and some people coming in. Let me go ahead and I'll show some graphics to you. So temperatures this morning was wild. Got on air at 5 o'clock this morning. The temperature was 79 degrees in Huntsville. That is ridiculously warm for the morning hours. And the dew point temperatures are also very high too. So when you have dew point temperatures in the mid to upper 70s, that's gross. That's uncomfortable. It doesn't feel good. The one thing you have, when you have dew point temperatures this high, it takes a temperature that's in the low 90s, makes it feel like 105. Last couple weeks, we've had a lot of heat, but we haven't had that much humidity. The dew point temperatures would drop actually during the day, which is bizarre. And it would actually not be that bad by the time we got to the afternoon. That is not going to be the case today. So heat advisory for most counties. If you're not in the heat advisory, you're still going to be hot and you're still going to be humid. But the value, usually the threshold for the heat advisory is like 105 or higher. So you might not quite hit that for areas not in the heat advisory. In fact, to be honest with you, I think a lot of areas will be more like 103, 104, but still kind of gross. And let me see if this graphic updated on me. So I got isolated storms. I want to start those at like 1 o'clock. So 1 to like 5 would be a chance to maybe get some isolated storms in here. They could bring some heavy rain. That might be some relief for the heat for you, but it's not going to be widespread coverage. Better chance of rain comes tomorrow for all locations on Sunday. That will break the heat up a little bit for you too if you get a storm. Any storm that fires up this weekend is for sure a heavy rainmaker. But tomorrow's storms could have some enhanced winds and also some small hail. But I don't think the overall severe weather threat is high for the weekend. There's your 10-day. I'm going to say some hellos. Omar from Birmingham's in the house. Good morning to you, Omar. Vacation Valerie is here. Kyle is here. I appreciate you all being on and saying hello back and forth to each other, which is fantastic. My good buddy, I'll call you Rando, Daniel. Good morning. Happy indoor Saturday. Indoor Saturday for you, my friend. AC, I got you. Doing a little chill time. I don't know what I'm going to do today. I had some things I got to do in the morning, but I don't know. I might spend a little time outside, but I don't know. I'm kind of lazy today. I had a long day yesterday, so. Hi, Amanda. Good to see you on. She says good morning to hello to all, which is fantastic. Alyssa, what are you doing on? Good to see you. Hope all is well. You got a chance for some strong storms tomorrow up in New England, right? I saw it. I watched the national news today. I saw it. Stan, what's up? How are you doing, Jeff Denoyer? I have 2.97 inches of rain for June 2024. That's a bit on the low side. And Stan, I bet you most of that rainfall happened in the first like 7 days of the month, right? It's been kind of quiet out there in terms of rainfall, but I did have a downpour at my house the other day. I was so excited. And yes, desperately needed. I put some cannas in the garden with like a red grass, and then the rain came and I didn't have to water that day, and I was so excited. I think it was on Tuesday when the rain came. No, maybe Wednesday. No, maybe Thursday. I think it was yesterday or Thursday, 2 days ago. But anyway, I had some rain at the house. Many of you were frustrated after Wednesday because you were hoping for some storms. You didn't get them, but then we had more rain Thursday, so it kind of worked out. But if you've been dry, you got a chance this weekend. Zachary, what's up? Good morning to you. I hope all is well. Zachary Sanders, good to see you on. Try to see some new names. Vacation Valerie says, absolutely an indoor day. Yeah. Let me see where I'm at here. So, 10-day forecast. Isolated storms today, more coverage tomorrow. So I put scattered storms, and I try to show that off in the percents, 30 and 50, right? Temperatures 90s, 93, 94, but feel like 105. If you don't get a storm temperature and feel like temperature is going to take off. Monday and Tuesday looks like hotter days, but they're temperature-wise maybe a degree or two more, but there's actually very low humidity for Monday and Tuesday. I said this last week. When you look at the 10-day forecast, so many people just go to the 10-day and they don't listen to us or they don't understand what the numbers mean, but that 94 on Monday is going to feel so much better than the 94 today. It's not even close. So much difference in how the air masses will play out, and the number doesn't tell the whole story. So Monday is low humidity. Tuesday, it creeps back into the area. And then for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's high humidity and temperatures mid to upper 90s. You get a break maybe with a daily thunderstorm, and that's about it. And that will continue into Saturday, and probably could just throw a thunderstorm in there for Sunday too. We don't have one right now, but we could. So it looks like July 4th weekend, which I would say starts out on Wednesday for many and will continue through Sunday. Very summer-like pattern for July 4th, where you got the daily thunderstorms, the heat, the humidity. It's exactly what you'd expect in the Tennessee Valley for early July. Stan saying hi to everybody, which is great. Vacation Valerie saying good morning. Angie. Angie had me all choked up this morning. Good morning. How's the weather looking for next Saturday? My son has a 5K. By the way, these temps are still better than bitter cold. And she's like, bring on the heat. I hate the cold. Next Saturday, I just was talking about daily thunderstorm chances begin on Wednesday and continue right into the next weekend. So, widespread rainfall, not so much. But, of course, I sit here and tell you how isolated they are, and then right when your son's running that 5K, that thunderstorm will park itself right over the top and rain, right? That's what we don't want. But, yeah, the coverage itself doesn't scream like a complete washout any of the days, but obviously July 4th weekend, what is everybody doing? Running 5Ks, doing cookouts. You're going to be outdoors. Even with the heat and humidity, you try to do family things, right? And if that one thunderstorm hits your house or where you're going to be having your event, then obviously it's going to kind of mess up the day a little bit, right? And that's what we got to keep an eye out for, is isolated storms. Tammy says, prayers for rain for everyone. Yeah, those prayers were somewhat answered this week. Some areas got decent rain on Wednesday. And then when I posted that, everybody was like, I didn't get any rain. And then I was like, okay, we'll give it a chance. Tomorrow there's still some storms. And if they missed both days, and now they're waiting for this weekend. And I always say this too, like when you get to this time of the year, when you have a chance for rain, you got to get it at least once or twice. You can't miss them all. Because if you start missing every rain chance, then you start getting into prolonged period of no rainfall. While other areas have had rain and you don't, you get very upset, right? Okay, like Moulton had some really heavy rain on Wednesday with a thunderstorm, and half the people I talked to from Decatur were like, I didn't have a drop, But then we got some video of like a wind damage in Decatur from a thunderstorm. So parts of Decatur got rain, the other part didn't, and that's so typical for our area this time of year. Parts of one town can get more rain than other parts of the other town, right? It seems so unfair. Lucia, welcome back. Good morning, Jeff and everyone. Always fantastic to see you on. I just was talking about you yesterday because a good friend of mine went out. We were hanging out yesterday, and she was talking to me about places to go on vacation, and your vacation destination came up, and she was actually just there 2 weeks ago. She says, you got to go check it out. I don't want to give away your vacation place unless you want to. Hi, Gloria. Gloria Place in the house. Good morning to you, Gloria. Hope all is well. Happy Saturday to you. Vacation Valerie says, so we are on the second name stormed already. Beryl was named. Yes, the tropics are active. I'll show that to you, actually. We already had Alberto earlier. And I have, where is my tropical graphics? My show is just a hot mess right now. Like, OMG is my, there's just, I have stuff all over the place. I have nothing organized in my shows. I'm just a terrible, terrible, terrible person when it comes to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this graphic up instead. I'm just going to cheat and go to the tracking the tropics graphic. And where that 90% is, that is where Beryl. I got to learn how to say that one too. Beryl. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go get the pronunciator. So I want to make sure I say it right. Barrel, like as in barrel. It's going to barrel into you. What do you think of that? Anyway, what's really unique about that area, that 90% where you see Beryl in there, kind of hiding, is that, one, there's a tremendous amount of Saharan dust, which is blowing across the Atlantic. Also, two, development in June in that area is very, very rare. It's usually their homegrown Gulf of Mexico kind of stuff this time of year, but that's very rare to have a hurricane getting named where that is. And my friend, a good buddy of mine, used to work in station with me in New York. He's going to the Lesser Antilles this week, and he wrote me a message. He said, Jeff, like, is this really going to hit? I'm like, dude, it's going to hit the Lesser Antilles the day you plan on flying in there. And it could be a Cat 2, maybe even a Cat 3 by the time it makes it to the Lesser Antilles. It's like the Windward Islands area. It's pretty far down there. But still, very unique to have that building there developing. And we're on 2 storms already. Valerie, we may get to the V's this year. Vacation Valerie just wants to cycle through all the names so she can get to Valerie, because Valerie's one of the names of the storms this year. Hi, Tracy Hill. Good morning, Jeff. It's already muggy here in Hatton. Done my grilling late yesterday evening. Yeah, good call getting done, getting it out of the way, right? And yes, it is extremely humid this morning. Like all the hot days we've had this month, right? Now we're in the last weekend of June, and today and tomorrow will be the, if you don't get a thunderstorm, the hottest, not the hottest day, but the most humid day combined with the heat that we will have, making it feel like the hottest 2 days we've had all month. I hope that makes sense. I'm kind of confusing myself explaining it, which is not good. Hey, Dave Luddy, what's up? Good morning. We actually got some rain a day or so ago for about a half an hour in Harvest. There you go. I it's funny too. Somebody wrote me on my page the other day, and they're like, oh, it only rained for like 2 minutes. I'm like, hey, 2 minutes of rain is more than what some areas had, right? So you're like, yay, half hour of rain in Harvest. That's good stuff right there, right? I still had to water. I watered on Wednesday. I did not have to water the garden on Thursday, though. Thursday, I actually did not put I did not have to put it on. I had enough rain at the house. Vacation Valerie saying hi to Lucia. Oh, you don't see any video? Anybody else having any problems with that? Lucia says she can't see the video. Let me know if anybody else is having any issues. Going out to dinner today. Where are you going to get food, Lucia? Where are you getting it? Zach says, so hot you can't even get in the pool right now. Pool water temp's 92. It's like bath water, Zachary, right? I actually did a poolside forecast. I did it at 5:30. I put it on. Then I was like, that's kind of dumb. So I pulled it back and I said, I'm not going to do this anymore today. No more pool. Because, what's the point if you can't cool off in it, right? If it's already 92 degrees. Brian, what's up? Good morning, Jeff. Do you have an opinion on tropical storm? No, not really. I think it could become a hurricane pretty quickly, and it's going to affect the Lesser Antilles. I just talked about how it's very rare that it's a name system in that part of the Atlantic for this time of year. It's very bizarre, not unheard of, but just doesn't happen. And I guess it's just kind of a thing, what's to come for the summer, a sign of what's to come, because the prediction for the Atlantic was so aggressive this year for named storms. It doesn't necessarily mean they're all going to make landfall. It just means named storms, right? And sometimes you can have a tropical storm named for literally a hot second, like an hour, and it gets named and goes in the books as a named system. It's a pad your stat storm, is what I call it. But this is the real deal. You know, Alberto got named. You know, now you're on Beryl, and I don't know. I think it's one of those things where I think what you can take from it, maybe, is my opinion would be yikes, because development in an area we don't usually see, and 2 named systems this quick in the season, yeah, maybe we do have one of those crazy tropical type of systems. And there's no more Greek alphabet anymore, just so you guys know. A couple years ago, we had so many named storms, and we went to the Greek alphabet, and it was so confusing because it's not an alphabet that goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And people were like, why is Zion, or whatever, you know, making up names here, the second storm in the alphabet? It's not the alphabet. So what they did was they changed it, and they just have a second round of names, essentially. It's all done differently now, because that was so confusing that year. We had alpha and beta. We had a whole bunch of them that year. It was crazy. Lucia says, how do I get my video to work? I don't know, Lucia, how to get your video to work. I'm really sorry. I don't know what's happening on your end. And I can't troubleshoot because I don't have your computer in front of me, unfortunately. Obviously, if nobody could see me, then it would be on my end. Then I would feel really, really, really bad. Hi, Sharon. Good morning. She says, good morning to Jeff and friends. I think that's pretty awesome. Oh, got video back. Woohoo. Happy to be back. There you go, Lucia. She had a good windy vacation. Yeah, I felt bad. You know, Lucia, what's crazy, while you were on vacation, you had I know you had trouble. You couldn't go in the water a couple days. But a couple people from here were on vacation at the beach. I won't say who, but one in particular, I know, she was very frustrated because she had double red flags almost the whole time she was there, and she couldn't go swimming. Like, it was no swimming. And yeah, that can be frustrating when you plan a beach trip. And that was all because of Alberto at the time. Alberto was churning near Mexico, and then you had high pressure, and then there was another little weak disturbance off the coast of Florida, and that air was getting funneled through there, causing really dangerous rip currents for 3 or 4 straight days. It was wild. Storms weren't even near the beaches in Alabama and Florida on the west side of Florida, but they were still having an impact. Stan, I wish the very best for Max, my friend. And I'm sorry that his vision's getting a little worse. Oh, Vacation Valerie doing a little Chinese food in a movie. That sounds nice. Hope I'll have a great 4th of July. Kyle planning ahead, which is great. 4th of July coming up on Thursday. Hi, Janice. Good morning to you. Genesis Smith. Always a pleasure. Happy Saturday. Very good morning. With the cool shaded sun, which I think is great too. Lucia says, thinking of indoor mini golf at the mall today. Ooh, that's not a bad deal. You know, it's funny. I was thinking about maybe going to Topgolf today too. I don't know. It's so funny you bring that up. I was trying to think of something to do this afternoon that's just different. I haven't done in a while. Sharon says, we had about 30 minutes of rain on Thursday, and we were very thankful. Sharon, we got caught maybe the same downpour, maybe. I was driving around on Thursday, and I came across on 565, and all of a sudden it was like a bucket got tipped over, and it was coming down. Everybody's pulling over. It was really coming down. Eric said when he was on air on Thursday, we were talking, texting back and forth. He said some of the heaviest rain he's heard here at the station in a long time, and it was really coming down for a little while there. It was nice. But Amanda says, I didn't get a drop of rain on Wednesday, but had 2 hours of good rain on Thursday. I love the smell of rain. They make a candle out of that smell of rain too now. Yeah, you can buy it. I forget the name of it. It's like spring mist or something, and it actually smells like rainfall. It's pretty cool. But anyway, yes, that's why, so many people were upset Wednesday when they didn't get the storms. I said, give it some time. There's still some on Thursday. You got a chance for a few storms this weekend too, so it's not completely over. But you got to hit on one of them. If we have rain in the forecast for Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, and you miss out on all 4 days of rainfall, that's when you're in trouble. But if you can get just a little bit of rain, a little something, and I'm not saying like a drizzle or sprinkle, but a decent downpour. Just one is all you're asking for. If you get more than that, even better, right? Hi, Michelle with a Y. Good to see you on. Good morning to you with exclamation points, 2 of them. That means it's a special good morning, and I appreciate that. Jeff Resendez is on. Hey, Rhode Island in the house. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Happy Saturday. Stand by, Jeff. I had a good shower in the evening the other day, Wednesday morning. I woke up, my AC not working. Got man out, 9:30, threw his knee right again. You know, you and many, Stan, that I've talked to, losing AC like recently, which is not the time of year for that to happen. You don't want that to happen. Not at all. I was talking to a friend of mine, the same person I actually had lunch with yesterday. She had lost her AC last weekend. It's tough. I'm glad it's back up and running. And I'm glad you had a good shower there today, too, on that Wednesday, which is good. Lucia says, thank you. Yes, need to visit. We'll love to. I know. I want to go to the beach really bad. And all of you, so many of you that I talk to have gone on beach trips in like the last 2 weeks, and I'm really jealous. I want to go to the beach. Jeffrey Zender, I wonder if there's ever been a hurricane named Jeff. No, actually, I did look that up, Jeff, because I have the same name as you. And there's never been a Hurricane Jeff. At least, I'll check again, but I don't think there's ever been a Hurricane Jeff, except when I'm really hyper and crazy. I think there was a Typhoon Jeff. Yeah. Nope. Tropical Storm Jeff. It was a weak tropical storm that never affected land, but these are all like in the Pacific, so they're not even Atlantic, so that's like lame. One was a typhoon. Typhoons in the Pacific, everybody. Hurricanes in the Atlantic. So, yeah, not really, but yes. So, kind of a jaded answer. So, we have had a named system, Jeff, but it wasn't for the Atlantic where we actually have our stuff. It's like in the Pacific. So I don't know. I'll say yes and no on that one. It's tricky. It's a fine line. Kevin White, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Good morning to you. Have a very good day and a good Saturday as I endlessly babble about named systems to Jeff. Brittany Davis, Mother Nature ghosted you and you asked her to turn the AC on just a little bit. Oh, yeah. Mother Nature has no plans of AC anytime soon. I said, I think it was June 12th, I said, buckle up. Going to be a wild ride temperature-wise the rest of the month, and going to continue right into July 4th. We've had maybe a few breaks with the humidity. We've had a few breaks with the temperature at times, but it has been game on with 90-plus heat. I think just 2 days, maybe just one. I think June 19th was the only day we didn't hit 90. And we've had a couple 100-degree days, not even counting the humidity. Of course, on the days we hit 100, we didn't have humidity. And there's a reason why that happens, but I'm not going to explain right now. Everybody's saying hello. There's Lillian. Hi, good morning. I made a coffee time, went out, was watering my plants after the walk, and a good morning. Lillian, good to see you on. Took the dog for a walk really early this morning, but it's all good. Hang on, I just have to write this text really quick. Jeffrey Resendez says he's getting some showers. I heard a rumor you might have some severe thunderstorms up there tomorrow, Jeffrey Resendez. I watched the national news this morning with Angie on it. She does a great job. Amanda says the candle is just not the same, Jeff. I know. I hear you. They make essentially a candle like copper tone smell, like sunblock stuff, like the really cheap stuff. It has like a Hawaiian tropic smell to it. And I smell it, and it makes me think of the beach for about 2 seconds, and then I'm like, it's fake. It's not the same. But yeah, that rain, I think it's like springy, misty. It's a green candle. But anyway, it smells like rain. Like they did capture the smell of it. It's just not the same. Like you want the real rain, right? But Just a second, everybody. I'm typing feverishly. All right. Where did I leave off? Vacation Valerie, so happy for the rain this week. Kevin White, about to attempt to diagnose what is wrong with the wife's minivan. Oh no. The AC went out, Kevin? In the minivan? Ooh. You know, I don't know what's worse, like AC out in the house or the car. I'm in my car, I'm in my truck so much that would be a tough one for me. But Justin, Jeff, good morning. What's your thoughts on the tropics? Do you think any hurricane could track this way? You know, Justin, I think I kind of hit on this just moments ago, but Mr. Green was asking me about it. And, you know, I think, and Brad showed some graphics earlier in the year, hurricane season back in May. Predictions are very, very high for a number of storms. Not necessarily, what's concerning is not necessarily named storms, but the strength. Like, I think it was 4 majors that they had forecast, or maybe even 5. But the point is just an active hurricane season predicted. Now, that's not unheard of. It seems like every year the predictions are high and higher every year, like outdoing one after the next year. But what's concerning is SSTs, the sea surface temperatures are really high right now, some of the highest that we've seen in the Atlantic and the Gulf ever. And that can contribute to development for sure. Could it contribute to not only development of name systems, but also making maybe the storms a little stronger than they normally would? Seeing a storm, 2 name systems already, Beryl, the latest one, developing in an area that we don't usually see development this time of the year. So I think you ask, could one track this way? I think anytime you have a hurricane that could be named, or even a tropical storm, it could always track this way, you know. We would probably get more of the rain side of it, obviously, in North Huntsville with maybe some wind. You also have to worry about like spin-up tornadoes sometimes too, but that's usually a little bit closer to the coast. But I think, yeah, could it happen? Of course, it can definitely happen. You just hope that it doesn't, and maybe it plays down, and maybe the forecast doesn't come to fruition, and we don't get all the named storms that we're thinking. That would be the best case scenario, obviously. But I do think it will be an active hurricane season, though. It runs all the way, remember, all the way to the end of November. When I first started in TV, the hurricane season ended in October. Not anymore. It's now November. November 30th. Sharon, it was great. Glad I got the working done. It cooled some weather down. Yeah, that was another thing, too. If you had one of those storms, I think it was on Thursday. I think Valerie, we were talking. I was texting Valerie back and forth, and I think you told me your temperature was in the upper 70s when you sent me that text, right? I mean, it really did. It knocked off the temperature big time. It went from like being like kind of gross outside to just being everything wet, and it was like in the 70s. But it was still really humid, though. That was the thing, too. After the rain came in yesterday or 2 days ago on Thursday, yesterday, I think a lot of people thought, get some rain, some drier air is going to move in. It's going to feel wonderful. The dew points were way up there yesterday, and they're going to be like that again today. So. Crock pot cooking tomorrow. Nice. Too hot for the oven. Yeah, I hate putting the oven on hot days. But I did it the other day to cook some fish sticks. So it was really good. Justin says, second tropic question. As many as you got, my friend. I got you. I thought the dust would tamper down the storm development, but it seems it's not. I totally agree with you, and I can't really answer that question for you because there is a tremendous amount of Saharan dust that's just essentially working across the Atlantic, almost in that same spot of where the hurricane, or what's going to probably be a hurricane, is developing. That's another thing. I think Eric, let me show you this real quick. So, tropical development doesn't like Saharan dust. Saharan dust will blow it up, right? And look at all that. Let me actually, I'm going to open up this graphic really quick. Hang on a second. I'm going to move it around because I don't like where the camera is. So this is a really good example. So it's literally exactly what it sounds like, Saharan dust. So it's dust that comes across the Saharan desert, and the trade winds or the winds, mainly easterlies, will blow it across the Atlantic. And what happens is it can squash development. In fact, it did that last year and was really, really great when it came down to not having much in the way of any kind of development. It took the name systems down. But do you see where there's like a little hole there where it's not at? That's kind of where the development is. I don't think the dust is actually going up and over that area, but still nonetheless, yeah, crazy. And it's not, it's very odd, Justin. The dust you would think would kind of put a damper on things, but it's not the case. It's great, Jeff. I'm glad Jeffrey Resendez, the sunset was beautiful back on Tuesday in Jamestown, Rhode Island. That's awesome. Lucia says, Valerie, please let Jeff know I said, have a good day. Audio and video is wonky. All right, Lucia, have a good day. I see you on. Daniel, finally vacation time. Off to Florida for the 4th next week. Good for you, buddy. Have a good time. Safe travels. And hopefully, if you're going to like the beach, there'll be no 2 double red flags and you can do some swimming, I hope. Hopefully that system in the Lesser Antilles doesn't come up that way, right? We'll keep an eye on it for you. Roberta says, good morning, Jeff. I say, good morning back. Good to see you on. So I'll click something. Hi, Mabel. Good morning to you. Mabel Greer. Hi. Hope all is well. Good morning. Happy Saturday to you. A fantastic day, Mabel. Helen, hi. Good morning, Jeff. Where have you been? I've missed you. Well, Helen, I missed you too. I appreciate that. I was off. My normal days off are Monday, Tuesday, and then I was off Thursday and Friday this week. I had a couple holidays I had to take off. I never took my Memorial Day, and I had to take my June 19th off. So I had Thursday and Friday off, and then next thing you know, I'm back here on a Saturday. Because Saturday and Sunday technically count towards my week, because my week is Wednesday through Sunday. So I was off Thursday and Friday. I know, it felt like I really enjoyed the 2 days off. I'm not going to lie. Like, it was awesome. Kevin's like, no bueno. No bueno with the loss of AC in the minivan. You all aren't switching vehicles, I hope. Sharon, I got Blade, but coffee on, talking with Lillian, which is fantastic. Electric pressure cooker, especially in the summer. Yeah, I know a lot of people that like to do that. The last thing we all want to do is put the oven on a 100-degree feeling kind of day, right? Hi, Heather. Is there a chance for rain on the 4th? There is. Yep. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Yep, that whole weekend. Summertime pattern, though, Heather. So what will happen is it's kind of like those daily thunderstorms. They're very hit or miss. And hopefully, if you have outdoor plans, they miss. But we need the rain so bad, so I have to be careful saying that. So for some of you who want the rain, hopefully you get the storms. But they'll be very summer-like. We call them like little pulse storms. There's no real frontal boundary coming through. So they probably will be heavy rainmakers, have some lightning with them. Sometimes ground-to-cloud lightning, which can be kind of nasty. But that could actually happen today and tomorrow, too. Sharon says you could restart. Yeah, the temp got down to 74, drove 5 miles, it was back up to 90. That's Valerie talking about those storms the other day, how it cooled the air right on top of her, essentially. But all you had to do was drive 5 minutes and it was back up 16 degrees, right? Sharon says the air fryer is my electric pressure cooker is the best for summer. I use the air fryer a lot. I try. I'm lazy, though. Hi, Danielle. Is the sun coming out today? Yeah, I think so. We got some sun out there right now, Danielle. Sorry about that. It's sunny here in Huntsville. Let me see what else we got going on camera-wise. I think we're good with sun. There's going to be more clouds today than we've had, though. I will say that. It's not going to be sunny all the time. But I think we're okay. Where are you at, Danielle? Exactly. Help me out. I'll try to find a camera near you. I have a lot of cameras to choose from. I have a plethora of cameras. So let's start. I know East Limestone had some clouds this morning, but then I got a really good sunrise this morning picture. Yep, that's overcast. Gross. Gunnersville, kind of murky, but I see some shadows, so there's some sun there. The Shoals was bright and sunny this morning. Still got some sun now, too. That's actually some blue sky. Let me turn the camera up a little bit. See? Whoa. That is sunshine. So just, I guess, it's like a good house, or location, real estate property. Location. I got shadows here at the station. That's our Huntsville camera. You can see the shadows on the camera. Decatur had some sun this morning. Now kind of sun and clouds mixed. So yeah, that looks pretty cloudy in Madison. Athens overcast. Some sun there earlier. So that's the gist. But yeah, should get some sun. I think we'll have some sun kind of mixed with clouds. Again, there'll be more clouds today than we've had the last couple of days in between the rain showers. But I see that one. Stan says head down. My son and family headed down today to PB. I need some help with that one. Justin says, can a hurricane affect the jet stream? Oh, yeah, it can actually, in a kind of a bizarre way. It can, Justin. You know, you asked me the question about the jet stream a couple weeks ago. We just don't have enough cold air this time of year to make big drops in the jet stream, or on the flip side, have a big ridge build, right? But sometimes a tropical system can actually kind of alter the jet stream a little bit. Get this little defined low pressure like off the Carolina coast or something. You get like a little trough maybe digging in, and it can kind of move it around a little bit. But you're not going to have these big, huge fluctuations in the jet stream even with tropical storms. It's just not going to happen. You need like battling air masses, like really cold, really warm. They don't get along, and then you're going to move your jet stream around. You got to have more variation in temperature to really get it to move. I hope that helps. Sharon, I either fry bread or bake it. That sounds good too. Baking it oven sounds awesome. Danielle says, Gunnersville. Yeah, there was some sun on the camera in Gunnersville just now when I showed it. I know HydroFest is going on and it's going to be busy on the lake. And there'll be times when you're out there and it's going to be kind of overcast, and there's going to be times when the sun pops through. There might even be times when you have a little pop-up thunderstorm this afternoon, though I don't think Gunnersville really will have much of a chance. I think if you do have one, though, it'll be between about 1 and 5, and it could bring some heavy rainfall. Other than that, it's just kind of a oppressive, humid, somewhat hot day. It's kind of gross, and not bright blue sky by any means. It'll be like that, kind of mixing it up with the clouds. Amanda says, I made some watermelon lime cold brew tea, add some Splenda, poured over ice. Ooh, that sounds very refreshing. Enjoy. Michael O'Connor, good morning to you, my friend. I hope all is well. Love your gardens, man. Appreciate the pictures you sent me. They were awesome. All right. Man, it took 4 hours to steep. 4 hours to steep. That's a long time. A lot of comments back and forth. Vacation Valley, PB, Pensacola Beach, Panama City Beach. That's what I was thinking. I didn't know. I need a little help. Justin says, sorry. No, first Justin, you never have to say sorry to me. You never, ever have to say sorry. I'm just having cold front withdrawals. That's okay. I think a lot of people are actually. Cold front withdrawals is a real deal. You know, this time of year, we just don't have those sharp cold fronts that are going to bring cold air, obviously. Sometimes they will be strong enough to change the air mass, though, and bring in like a northerly breeze, and you can take the humidity out of the equation. You're probably not going to take the heat out, but, you know, when you start getting into the fall months, especially for here like November, you start seeing a little bit stronger cold fronts that can spark that big change in the jet stream that you're talking about. I mean, last January, the jet stream was like whoop, way down, right? Remember how cold it was here? All that ice. The sleet storm of 2024. Some areas had some snow, but most had a lot of sleet. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm answering messages on my phone at the same time I'm doing this. I don't mean to be rude. That's how I roll. Yay. All right. And where did I leave off? Vacation Valerie is saying hi to Mike. Michael? Vacation Valerie, you've talked to Michael before, Michael O'Connor. Michael came in here, Facebook coffee time last year, and we started talking gardens, and now we still talk gardens, which is great. I love that. Sent me pictures a couple weeks ago. Awesome. Awesome. Carol says, I'm so ready for fall weather. Yeah, I've had a lot of comments like that. We're about a week into summer, so we got a little ways to go. But we'll get there. I'm a seasons guy, and the seasons here are a lot different from, like, winter's a lot tighter. There's not as much winter. Summer's a lot longer, and the bookends, fall and spring, kind of fall in tiny little windows in between, right? But I think a lot of times too, I still like seasons. Like, I love that we transition from summer to fall and we cool off, so to speak, here. I don't mind the heat and humidity in the summer. I like every season for what it's worth. I like spring because I get to go in the gardens and clean up my gardens. And I even like winter. I don't mind making chicken noodle soup at home and curling up on the couch and watching like a Christmas movie and having some chicken noodle soup to stay warm with a blanket over me and 2 dogs in my lap. I try to find something in each season that makes me happy. Sometimes it's a challenge, but I try. Hi, Michelle. I saw, Michelle, thank you. I think, if I remember correctly, I saw you comment on something that I did yesterday on another page, and thank you. Just want to say that. And good morning to you. Eddie Perez, my man, what's up? How you doing? Eddie, it's good to see you on. Hope all is well in Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right? Oh, Michelle, you're so sweet. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I was pretty proud of myself too. I'm still kind of giddy about everything that happened yesterday, and I can't discuss it, unfortunately. But thank you for saying that. It's really nice of you. Lindsay, how are you? Hey, Jeff, long time no see. Hope all is well. My yard needs rain so bad. Been running sprinklers for about a week now. Maybe soon it will happen. I hope so. There was some rain Wednesday and Thursday. Not everybody had it. And those that missed out, I just was talking, Lindsay, that if you miss out, you can't keep missing out. You got to get one of these. And you got a chance today, and you got a chance tomorrow for some storms. They're hit or miss stuff, but you need one to hit soon, right? Because the grass is getting crunchy. Sprinklers on full throttle. I get it. I feel your pain. I know. Vacation Valerie says, oh, thank you, Vacation Valerie. I appreciate that. Well, I know I talked to you the entire day yesterday, so I was pretty stoked. Renee, how are you? Have a good weekend. Good morning. Thank you for stopping by. Renee Nelson. Eddie says it's steamy up in the Vegas area. 113 for about 5 days straight, but it's a dry heat. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. It's still 113. So Eddie's got 113, and he says, send the rain gods to Vegas. Yeah, that's a tall task, my friend. You're not in your Pineapple Express monsoon season's not there yet. Doesn't that come like next month? No, it happens this month. We're in July, yeah. So it starts in July. Hopefully you'll get some rain. Talk about needing to hit on some rainfall. That is the season in Vegas you have to hit the rain. Because if you don't, you're in trouble, right? Amanda says, time to go outside and do the rain dance. Yeah, and if you go outside and you do a rain dance, I expect videos, okay? I want to see this. Bring it on. Nobody wants to see me do any kind of dancing. It's not pretty. Not at all. All right. I'm going to run, everybody. I got to go. I I got to do some stuff. Eddie says, not the heavy, though. We flood quickly, very quickly. Yes, you do. You're like a concrete jungle out there. What dreams are made of, says Alicia Keys. But in Vegas, it's all just runoff. That's all it is. You get a downpour, it has nowhere to go. The ground is hard as a rock. Even if it's not pavement, it's hard as a rock. It just floods. Kevin White, take it easy. You have a good day, my friend. I appreciate that. Lindsay says, I think here in South Huntsville, I haven't seen rain in close to a month. Yeah, I don't have like an exact observation in South Huntsville. I go by like airports or maybe like Kokora's page. Kokora's. But yeah, there's probably some areas that haven't had rain since probably June 7th. But most locations had rain this week, Wednesday and Thursday. It just comes down to where you're at, and you just hopefully you get some. If you keep, like I said, if you keep missing, it stinks, because if you didn't have Wednesday or Thursday, and then if you miss today and you don't get nothing tomorrow, which I think will be a challenge because you should get something tomorrow. But if you don't, I mean, those are all chances that everybody else got rain and you didn't. And now you're just like, wah, wah, and it's big time problems because now the sprinkler is going on every single day, right? I know. I feel it. I totally get it. It's very frustrating too. It's very frustrating too when you're here and the town here, like literally a stone's throw away, picks up like an inch of rain really fast and you just still have nothing, you know? It just seems so unfair. Hi, Vicky. Good to see you on. Good morning and happy Saturday to you. Coffee time. Coffee time. Sharon, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and enjoyed your coffee time. I actually drank coffee on air this morning for one of my hits because I really needed coffee this morning. Badly. All right. Danielle says, yes, sprinklers every day. Yep. If you don't have the rainfall, like I said, I actually did not put the sprinkler on Thursday, and I didn't put it on last night either because I had enough rain Thursday in the morning and my gardens didn't need it. My grass is doing fine. My grass isn't bad at all. My grass isn't crunchy at all. So I'm good. But like, yeah, you miss out on some rain, man. It gets ugly. I mean, we have the drought monitor. There's no drought right now. Just make sure I clarify that really quick. But some areas are showing some yellow, which is like abnormally dry. And this is the time when you want to nip it in the butt, so to speak, and get the rain now. Because now if you don't get the rain, all of a sudden those colors go yellow to brown to orange to red. And if you know the drought monitor, I don't have it up right now, the red color is not where you want to be. And we were there last fall for almost 2-3 months. Very dry. And all those burn regulations that were happening in the state. Remember that? Stan, you have a great day too. Always a pleasure to see you on, my friend. I'll be thinking about Max and prayers for Max. Make sure Max is doing better. I'm so sorry to hear that, though. Vacation Valerie says you have a great day. Also, talking to Stan, and I am going to bust a move and go. So I think, let me check the schedule here for a second. I don't think Chelsea's in today. You know, I think you all get the, let me see. I want to say Brad's in tonight. He is. So, Brad is filling in for Chelsea tonight. I don't think he's filling in tomorrow. So Brad will be here tonight with the very latest for you. Chelsea comes back tomorrow. And in between, I will have another morning show tomorrow. And I'll be here Sunday morning. So, and no scheduled days off for me anytime soon. Not that I'm aware of. I don't think so. Sharon's talking about the water bill. Yep, I expect it to go up too. I put that sprinkler on every day. It adds up, and that water bill goes way up, right? Stay cool, stay hydrated. Some great advice from Vacation Valerie. And on that note, I am out. So I will talk with you all tomorrow morning. Make sure to check out Brad tonight. Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis will have the very latest on any storms that pop, and also more about the storm chance probably for tomorrow. Fine-tune the forecast for July 4th. And yeah, he'll cover that. He's really good at it. Talk to you soon, everybody. Have a good day. Bye.